Think about the last time you tripped on a curb or stumbled over your words in a crowded room. How long did you spend thinking about it afterward? Did you replay the moment for days, constructing narratives and justifications for an audience of strangers? Psychologists Thomas Gilovich and Kenneth Savitsky identified this specific anxiety as the spotlight effect. Studies show people believe they are being observed at twice the rate they actually are. We imagine a bright light shining directly on us, but the wide view shows every person in that crowd holding a personal spotlight pointed exclusively at themselves. This presents a strange tension. If the audience isn't actually watching, and no one is actively tracking our mistakes, why does the fear of their judgment feel so intense? Social anxiety is often a performance for an audience that exists only in your head. This cross-section of the human brain highlights the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex. To understand why social judgment hits us so hard, we must look at this hardware. Neuroscientists found the exact same region firing during physical trauma fires with identical intensity during social exclusion. Psychologist Mark Leary's social meter theory suggests that self-esteem functions as a biological gauge, constantly tracking your standing within a group. For 99% of human history, a drop in that gauge signaled exile. Being cast out meant losing your shelter, your food supply, and your physical protection. In the prehistoric world, rejection was a death sentence. Your brain is still running this survival software. When you receive a delayed text message or sense minor criticism, your nervous system interprets this friction as a threat and triggers a life or death alarm. Caring what people think is an ancient survival mechanism, functioning exactly as biology intended. But if external strangers aren't judging us, where does the harsh criticism in our heads originate? Carl Jung understood the mechanics behind this through a framework known as projection. Because your brain is desperate for social data to update your meter, it takes your own deepest internal insecurities and projects them outward. The harsh internal critic masquerades as the judgment of the world. The imaginary audience judging your every move is mostly your own internal critic wearing a stranger's face. Motivational advice often urges us to just stop caring what people think. But psychologist Daniel Wegner proved why this fails. In his experiments, participants told not to think about a white bear found themselves trapped in an endless loop of white bear thoughts. This cyclical flowchart diagrams ironic process theory. Attempting to suppress a thought triggers a monitoring process, where the brain aggressively scans for the very thing it's trying to avoid, resulting in amplified anxiety. A science-backed alternative comes from acceptance and commitment therapy, using a concept called cognitive diffusion. While suppression tries to deny a thought exists, diffusion acknowledges the thought as a biological event happening in the mind, separate from your identity. Observing the thought instead of fighting it creates a mental gap. That distance strips the biological alarm of its power over your nervous system. Progress requires the active practice of filtering whose opinions actually deserve biological bandwidth. This target visual maps a values hierarchy. The inner tiers represent high-value relationships, mentors who offer verified data points. The massive outer ring is Tier 3, strangers and background noise to be actively filtered out. You build this filter through the daily practice of categorized awareness rather than overnight willpower. True freedom comes from choosing whose judgment actually matters, rather than trying to override your human biology.